barns, and phony buildings of an old run.
Come on.
There was footage of him putting his hands on a woman and being violent with a female with his hands. I'm just trying to figure out when you didn't know the security camera was there, you smacking up a. But when you know a security camera is there, you're acting all pious and just taking the blows. It sounds like you was trying to set Solange up to look crazy.
Real life. Real life street stars. You know what time it is.
I hear your opinion on it. It is sad to see a black man get arrested after a moment of triumph.
That's funny. They say I'm always trying to bring a black man down. Why ain't they say nothing about the Jigga Man? He done brought down D. Haven. He done brought down Big L. He done brought down Dame Dash. He brought down R. Kelly. Now he not friends with Diddy. He don't know Diddy. I'm just saying, it sounds like he take down more niggas than anybody else. And he don't treat his white friends that way. I tell you that. Oh, his white friends. Oh, he loyal. We are friends to the end. Like on some Teddy Ruxpin shit.
You know, people are pulling back up the Solange elevator video.
Fucking the rainbow, what was the Care Bears and shit? Flying over rainbows, protecting all his white friends. And now him and Diddy were just work associates. But I'm bringing down black men. Sounds like Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? He got a thing for that. He brought down a lot of black men.
You know, people are pulling back up the Solange elevator video and like looking at that with more context now.
Yeah, with the Bruce Lee haircut. And she went straight Bruce Negro on him. And good for her. Calling that girl Tito Jackson.
Rest in peace, Tito Jackson.
What? I know. End of the damn show, they won't even give Tito a break in death.
Oh, man.
It's just, it's sad. Now, this motherfucker running around talking all kinds of cash money shit, but there was footage of him putting his hands on a woman and being violent with a female with his hands. I'm just trying to figure out when you didn't know the security camera was there, you smacking up a bitch. But when you know a security camera is there, you're acting all pious and just taking the blows. It sounds like you was trying to set Solange up to look crazy. That's what it sounds like to me.
Ooh. Yeah,
you a weird bitch.
On the hip hop note, I got to get your take because this actually happened, and they introduced breakdancing into the Olympics.
I won't talk about that.
Don't even
talk about it.
Don't even deserve your attention.
Ain't nothing to talk about. That shit was fucking terrible. It was a travesty to hip hop, and there should be sanctioned for crimes against humanity.
Hey.
Fucking.
Hey, I don't even know her name.
Let's just bring William Hung back from American Idol. Why don't we?
Not William Hung.
Fuck you, man.
Yeah. But there was some triumphant moments during the Olympics, though. Simone Biles, Sha'Carri Richardson. Mm-hmm. Black girls unite, right? I mean, at least can we get a little...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Sorry, I'm just tired of all the fucking distractions, man. Niggas is worried about bitches running. Bitches been running. What we gonna do about these drones?
Hey.
Bitches with weaves running fast. Okay, great. What we gonna do about these drones?
Trump said the drones, they should tell us what's going on, but they won't tell us.
Yeah.
Should we care? Should we care?
Fuck you mean?
I mean, look up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane.
Phone home dancing over your house, and you worried about who's this fucking? What's wrong with you, nigga?
But
This my first time listening to her, bro. This my first time listening to her.
That says it all, don't it?
That says it all. Ignorance is bliss.
Listen to me. When E.T. start playing with your booty hole, talking about
Man,
you ready
what
to
the fuck?
party, don't fucking say shit to a bitch like me.
Not with the glowing fingers there. Not phone at home with the glowing finger. All right. Got that.
Call me if you need someone to talk to. Nigga.
Oh shit! That imagery stuck in my head there. I'm sorry. Let's do it like this because again, it's been
Man, my life stuck in my head.
it's been a crazy year, and I got to get your take on.
Hey, double tap the screen to hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel, y'all.
Has your mood changed towards the whole thing? Is Megan Thee Stallion still a man?
No, Mega Man is a fucking cunt. And Tory Lanez deserves a new tribe.
Now, there's a part of the documentary where he actually says, like, man, he makes a phone call from jail saying he was drunk out of his mind. Man, it should have never got this far. Almost admitting to kind of, some wrongdoing taking place. Like, accountability, that's still a thing?
I don't know if that's being accountable, saying, bitch, I was so high I couldn't see you in the middle. Like, I don't know if that's accountability. What it does sound like is that motherfucker was high out of his mind and anything could have happened. It sounds like they was freaking off over there. I'm surprised nobody has talked about that aspect of it yet.
Yeah, no, it sounds like it. He said
There's all kinds of DUI.
Niggas know they were freaking in that motherfucker.
Weird sex acts going on.
But don't nobody want to talk about that,
People
though.
fighting high. It sounds like a freak off to me.
Yeah, no, Tory said in the song just recently said that he wished his only regret is he should have stayed with Kylie and seen what that was versus getting in that car.
See what I'm saying?
Okay.
Well, what is he accountable for? Being an idiot? Because if you went anywhere with Corey Gamble, nigga, you was playing with your life already. The Grim Reaper of Calabasas? Oh.
Y'all got up messed up.
Shout out real ass street stars, nigga. Hey.
When you put your heart and soul into creating something, you want it to make an impact.
Bamboo HR is easy for everyone because everything works together. Time tracking flows into payroll, which shares data with benefits, which syncs with reporting.
My bad.
This will be on probation forever, like every other.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should he have just saw it through like a couple more weeks? He would have just had an answer. Not guilty.
I mean, it was time for him to get off the bench. They had to tap him back in. They losing soldiers out here. Diddy's down. Jay-Z ain't his friend. You know? They had to tap him in.
Real life. It ain't real life. It ain't real life. Just say real thing. Real life street stars. You know what time it is.
Guess what? That's what. Yeah, for his part 2. And salute to Charleston White begging for interviews with Sean Atwood. You must love the smell of my ass, ho. The Diddy bitch, isn't that what you called me, you little faggot? Mr. I'm so worried.
Subscribe to the channel if you ain't subscribed to the channel yet, y'all. Hit that like button if you ain't hit the like button. Turn us up real quick, man. Good morning to everybody. God damn it. Y'all wake y'all motherfucking ass up, man. It's time to get some laughs in this morning.
Right now, you ever want to?
It's called his life.
Yeah, you ever want to just?
That's his comedy show. His life.
Oh. I can see Jaguar Wright doing some public speaking, just telling Dave Chappelle type stories, doing the same thing. I can see it.
I'm sick and tired of all these little bite-sized villains.
Bite-sized villains.
I'm 5'5". They got me feeling like Godzilla stepping on small buildings.
Okay.
My God, it's the clout chase for me.
So, hold on, Jack. I got to get your take on something that really
Don't
like.
sit with Adam 12 and inhale the fresh smells of Badissi. Like you been doing, ho. Vlad ain't got no crust of bread for you. God bless a child that got his own.
So, Jack, let's do it like this then.
Mm-hmm.
You know, 2024 has been crazy. Drake sues UMG.
Yeah, look at how it's turning out.
For pushing Kendrick's Not Like Us single and,
like they did with all of his songs that didn't nobody give no fuck about.
give me a take.
That is my take. Fuck 'em.
Yeah.
God bless you. I hope you do better than Diddy than fucking with the devil. Whoa.
So it's funny how over the last 10 years you hear Drake ruling the airwaves, but when what's it called, GBX? When Kendrick's album drops, I hear GNX. I apologize, Kendrick. I apologize, GNX. I hear 4 or 5 singles playing on a constant rotation.
Yeah.
Where has this been all this time? Like, why have they kept this away from us?
Because that's what they paid for. I got a concert that's been up on YouTube that I filmed right when we were about to do Me and the Fatigues on that couch.
Yeah.
That was hidden and embedded. When I saw it had 4,000 views, I posted it. 4 days later, it's sitting at over 300,000 views. That's how.
That's real.
That's how.
That's real. Does Drake come back from this?
Question is, what the fuck he gonna come back to?
Right.
The goalpost has changed. Young Thug is on the street. Little Dirk is being set
Subscribe
up.
to the channel, man. Subscribe to the channel if you ain't subscribed to the channel yet. Yeah. Double tap the screen to hit the like button. Turn us up in this motherfucker.
Give me your takes on the Young Thug trial. Like, longest trial in Atlanta history, Georgia history.
Longest trial in Atlanta history, it ain't shit happened.
It's just.
This gonna be on probation forever, like every other.
Stone C over there smoking that tunchi.
Should we have just saw it through like
Stone C smoking that tunchi.
Not guilty.
I mean, it was time for him to get off the bench. They had to tap him back in. They losing soldiers out here. Diddy's down. Jay-Z ain't his friend. You know? They had to tap him in. They losing faith out there in Devil Town.
No.
They need strong soldiers to bring morale. Keep them waiting for the freak off to come back, you know?
So let me ask you, speaking of freak offs, TD Jakes had a strong. How did you
Damn,
receive
TD
that
Jakes had a stroke.
when it seemed like he was?
They stressing that man out.
Come on, Jack, man. We can't come on, Jack. We can't let you just come on, Jack. Wait a minute now. He had a medical issue live in front of his congregation.
And he wanted to check and make sure. Trump. So here's the lineup. They're trying to take down all the black billionaires so when Trump gets in office, all the black billionaires will know not to help their people.
Real life. It ain't real life.
It ain't real life. Just say real life street stars. You know what time it is.
We had Dr. Umar in a couple days ago in which
Hey, salute.
And he said that there probably was a conversation between Diddy and Jay to where like
Umar Johnson has to say anything. That hogwash she did with Art of Dialogue, implying that the 13-year-old, now 37-year-old autistic victim was black, that a black father wouldn't stand for that. Like he literally set up there and put a whole race on a Jane Doe. None of the details or anything about who she was mentioned. And then in fooldom fashion, he tied it all the way to Trump. Trump. So here's the lineup. They're trying to take down all the black billionaires so when Trump gets in office, all the black billionaires will know not to help their people. And that's why all of this is happening. Because Trump is going to make the black billionaires not help their people.
So can I ask you this, Jag? Because
hogwash. These niggas ain't helping their people. Everything is.
So Jag, I got a very.
What the man doing?
Yeah, I got a very important question.
Laundering money through charities, allegedly. I'm just curious. What he done?
Damn.
Shout out to Magic Johnson, a real black billionaire who wasn't all freaked off, who actually made business, bank exchange, created dollars in real black neighborhoods so real black families could have that opportunity just like everybody else.
I mean, he actually caught HIV, like having like a lot of women.
Oh yeah, let's just go down the rabbit hole of all of his sins.
I'm just saying.
You want to know what's wild about that though? He faced that head up.
He did.
And he didn't stop. And he didn't stop doing what he's done.
He an advocate. Now he did that. And
period. Listen to me.
Shit.
He faced that head up. How many
he wasn't
dudes
taking no pussy, goddammit. He paid for what he wanted.
Because I can tell you 20 right
but that's
now,
a hell of a statement for Magic Johnson. He wasn't taking no pussy.
Wait, please.
Shit, he paid for what he wanted.
That I'll be discussing on the Jaguar Wright Show from here on out.
Shout out Jaguar Wright Show. But yeah, no, we need those names because god dang, we can't have them out here just spreading the devil juice.
You
niggas catch it for free. That nigga paid for it.
A lot of dangerous people out there.
Come on now. When New York first uplifted the statute where you could kind of have a civil suit against your whoever might have caused
your assailant.
What do you feel the agenda of that was? Because we already seen Bill Cosby go through it, R. Kelly go through it. What do you think their agenda was to give 2 years to say anybody could not go criminal, but you could have
To
a
give the
civil.
feds a chance to clean up as much of the mess as they can before Trump made it in.
You don't think it was to attack the black community because of
How
our
could they
hip
do
hop?
it better than we do it to ourselves? Diddy and Jay-Z were never friends. First the Fat Boys, now this. Ain't nothing to believe in.
So hold on, Jack. When you were on the when you were on the set of
friends.
wait, when you were on the set of Song Cry, the MTV situation, and you're around Jay-Z, you're in rehearsal.
Yeah.
Did he never hopped on the phone? He never had a conversation. Hey, yeah, that's Sean. That's the other Sean. We good.
I never paid attention to what people did with their cell phones. I minded my business.
Did you ever see Diddy around Jay-Z?
I mean, of course. At parties, at events. Everyone knows this. This ain't nothing new. Everyone knows this. The simple fact that that nigga went and did exactly everything I said he was going to do. I said it on Piers Morgan. I've been making that jump ever since, but don't nobody want to give me credit for that. All of these people he been robbing all of these years. And I know I'm responsible for him losing at least $125 million in the past 2 months. I say that with pride.
Yeah, so
Don't
Jack.
nobody want to give me.
Oh, she talking that shit. Oh, she like, nigga, you ain't gonna pay me, nigga. I'm about to make you lose out on money.
Credit for what I do.
Jaguar was right.
Yeah, they might say you're bringing down our black billionaires, Jack. You're bringing our black billionaires
How
down.
can I do that? I'm a liar, right? How can I do that? I'm crazy, right?
She said he
How could I
touched
do that
her
if I'm not
too.
right?
Yeah, she was talking about goddamn Jay-Z put that meat in her.
Come on.
See,
Yeah.
I don't need to be right. I just need to
She
make
said
sure
Jay-Z
it's
was
wrong.
putting that meat in her.
I could get $1 for every person that's called me a liar in the past 5 years. Nigga, I would be financing.
You
I'm
do
buying
seem
my
like
satellite next week.
you do seem like a keeper of information.
Oh, I am what I am, and I do what I do, and it is what it is.
So Jack, can I ask you? Karine Steffens came forward and said she heard the allegations about Sean Carter, and
No,
she believes them
of
because
course,
of her interactions with him,
of course,
allegedly.
yeah. Like, but how many more need to come forward? I'm curious.
Do you feel like people hide their past in the security of marriage? Like, hey, I got a new wife. My past is my past. We should talk about that.
He went and found himself a little Tisha 2.0. And everybody forgot about that Beartown thing. Now guess what? Will Smith don't know Diddy either.
Will Smith don't know Diddy either.
It's a whole like virus, G. It's like, I don't know Diddy.
She said, "Don't nobody know Diddy no more."
Nobody's thinking about the fact that a compromised national network like the National Broadcasting Company allowed a bullying job.
Real life.
It ain't real life. Just ain't real thing. Real life street stars. You know what time it is.
What do you think that's
I don't
about?
even like baby oil. I don't do Diddy. I can Diddy do our bops.
No, wait, Jack, you got a lot of criticism towards Will Smith, and y'all, hey, Philadelphia, Philly. Do you feel like for
He
Will
grew
Smith?
up in Overbrook.
Oh, okay. Is that a different part or something? Or?
Must be two sides.
It ain't quite Philly.
Okay. But for him to distance himself, knowing his speech, like saying, I don't know Diddy, I don't do baby oil, when you see that, knowing his own situation, what does Jaguar Wright take from that?
I am really not trying to get smacked in the face with a bottle like Jamie Foxx. That's how it brings to me.
Okay. Jack, someone had made a situation saying that this whole situation with Diddy and everybody would not have happened if Diddy didn't put Carisha, Young Miami, out on Front Street, going to her shows, letting her talk about their relationship openly on her podcast, giving her a show. All this would have been still going on if Carisha never got the okay to kind of do a lot of stuff that Diddy never did do. What do you take to that? That Carisha might have sparked anger.
Yeah, nah, she ain't that relevant. She's exactly what they say. We're getting a DRG mute. She ain't that.
Heartbreak Kid, what's the deal, G? What's going down?
Everything that she'll testify to, she's guilty of. Wherever this goes, she's gonna be on probation for quite some time. She ain't white. They ain't gonna let her go like they let that white boy go.
Do you feel is a woman scorned?
Come on now. Y'all know how I feel about that.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Whatever that woman feels, she's got the right to feel. She
Yeah.
earned it the hard way. And it's kind of disgusting that people are still trying to find a way to shame her. In order for any of this to have happened, she would have had to admit it, all of the things that she did wrong as well. She's already swallowed that.
You get started, I'll meet you inside.
At Aldi.
Hey, I'm talking about wouldn't be able to go nowhere. Out to eat, to no club or nothing, nigga. Talking about motherfucker be at her front door.
Husband supported her behind it.
Yeah.
People keep forgetting that part of the story. They're a newlywed couple with young children. They're trying to build a family in a very ugly world. A world that the mother of that family is all but too understanding of. She knows.
Man, I want to laugh at this nigga ass.
The person that all the young people can talk
This
to.
the
when
nigga
they
I
have no
want to
one else.
laugh at.
So that was 8, 9 years old. My parents divorced. We get back to North Philadelphia. The elementary school that I attended, it just so happened they had a Black history class. It wasn't mandatory for the entire city. Our principal, that white principal, that Black assistant principal, that Black teacher made it happen.
This the nigga I want to laugh
Fifth grade
at.
was Black history class. That was my introduction into Black consciousness, and it was my introduction into public speaking, because there was a Black History Month oratorical contest. I entered that, I won first place both years, and I never shut up since. Now, a few blocks away from my elementary school is the international headquarters of the UNIAACL. This is the organization built by the most honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey, largest Black organization in modern history that gave us the red, black, and green flag. So the school is here, the Garvey movement is here. So you could argue that my steps were already numbered from childhood. I just had to walk them. Now, my mother bought my tennis shoes at the Jewish sneaker store right next to the Garvey building. I never knew it was the Garvey building for 12 years until I graduated from undergrad, college. So I'm going to get some sneakers, just graduated from college, and I see this big picture of Marcus Garvey in the window. I said, why is there a picture of Garvey next to the white man's sneaker store? And then the elder came around the corner, Baba Johnny Gossa. He's an ancestor now. Rest in peace. He said, can I help you? I said, why this Garvey picture here? What's going on here? He said, this is the UNIA. Come back Sunday at 3 o'clock. Came back Sunday at 3 o'clock. It's been 25 years later. I never left.
Wow.
Now,
Amazing.
let me give you the superhero story.
Let's
but
go.
let me take you to how I became the Prince of Pan-Africanism.
Let's go.
So, I come back from Millersville University year 2000. Got to do my internship to get certified as a school psychologist in Philly. I do that. 2005, I go to Africa for the first time as Minister of Education for the Garvey movement. Ethiopia, South Africa, Nigeria, and Senegal. 30 days, 30 nights, I'm all by myself, right? People thought I was crazy. You going to Africa by yourself? Hell yeah, I've been waiting for this. So anyhow, the last stop in Africa is Senegal. I go Ethiopia, South, Nigeria, Senegal. I go to the slave dungeon in Goliath. This is the superhero story. I walk into the female slave dungeon. I got
He
a
ain't
bottle
got
of
the
water.
school
I was raised
yet.
Muslim, Sunni Orthodox Islam.
He ain't got the school
Philadelphia
yet,
has the
man.
largest amount of American African Orthodox Muslims in the country. Dearborn has the most Muslims, period, but they Arabs. Philly is Mecca to African American Muslims, not necessarily the brothers and sisters from the Nation of Islam. We're talking Orthodox Islam, right? So anyhow, being raised Muslim, we never dealt with ancestors or none of that, right? And my father was strict with the Islam. So I walk into the female slave dungeon. I get down on one knee. I said, I'm going to pour me some libation. I never did this before. I'm in Africa for the first time. I got to do a libation. So I start calling on my ancestors in the female slave dungeon in Gori. True story. I started crying, but the tears didn't feel like mine. I got up and walked out the dungeon because it kind of caught me off guard, right? I said, whoa, that was a little different. What was that? I go back in. I finish my libation. I don't think nothing of it. I get back to my hotel room. Same night. Sun is still up. It's about 2 hours from sunset. I call my mother, let her know I'm good. I go back to my hotel room. I don't have a roommate. I sit down on my bed. Sun's still up. All of a sudden, I start hearing chains, whips, people crying, screaming, animals. My room starts spinning. Mind you, I'm wide awake. This is not a dream. I don't smoke. I'm not high. I'm a psychologist. I'm clearly awake. I thought it was going to stop. Now the sun down, right? It's still going on. I'm scared to get up and walk out. Something might grab me. So then all of a sudden, something starts tapping me in my third eye like this, real hard. But not hard enough to hurt me, but the power that I'm showing you here, right? But there's nobody in the room with me, but there's a finger tapping my third eye. Now I know it was opening up my third eye so I can receive the wisdom from my ancestors. I know that now. I didn't know that then, because back then I'm thinking like a Muslim. I'm not knowing nothing about no African consciousness. So then I try to go to sleep. I said, let me sleep this off because I'm too scared to do anything else. I felt two hands roll me over to the other side of the bed. Now, mind you, I'm almost 300 pounds. Roll me back to the other side of the bed. Roll me back. I'm like, oh shit, did I bring a demon back? Or something? I'm thinking in my paranormal mind, right? So at about
This nigga lying like a motherfucker.
I just knew it. So I asked them, could y'all let me sleep now? Because I'm scared.
That nigga lying like a motherfucker. That nigga was on something, nigga. You went down there and got a hold of something, nigga.
7, 8 hours. I need to sleep. So they left. The next day I walk out through the village and we are in a rural section of Senegal. So it's like calves and donkeys and chickens walking all around, right? So I'm talking to the Senegalese brothers, telling them what happened last night. They said, don't worry about that. A lot of you American Africans, when y'all come home, y'all have that experience because it's your ancestors tapping back into you. So when I get back to Philadelphia, this is the summer 2005, I resign from the school district of Philadelphia. I take on an assistant principal job. And I start experiencing coincidences like crazy. Somebody will, phone ring, I know who it is. Somebody looking for something, I got it in my hand. I think of somebody, I see them tomorrow, like bing, 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 bing. Coincidences like crazy, where I'm like, oh shit, what happened over there? So then I finally go to the Oyotunji African village in South Carolina. I get an African spiritual divination, Yoruba style, right? From the Yoruba. And that's when the Babalawo, rest in peace, Chief Olaitan, he's an ancestor now. He left about 2 years ago. He told me your ancestors were throwing you a welcome home party. He says you didn't go to Africa for Garvey. You thought you went to Africa for Garvey, but your ancestors set that whole thing up to bring you back. That was 05. 5 years later, I get a phone call from a Hebrew Israelite brother, Brother Dawa, Chicago. He's an ancestor now too. He said, I want to interview you on my public access TV station. Now, at this time, nobody know who I am. I'm still just the Pennsylvania Pan-Africanist. I ain't the prince yet.
Nigga said, I'm not the prince yet.
I'm there. This is probably only the third or fourth time I ever flew in an airplane, right? I'm almost 1 million miles in with Delta now, but this is beginning. So I go to Chicago, I do the interview with Dawa, psychoacademic war against black boys. Now, mind you, I done these interviews 100 times, but only in Pennsylvania. So I do it in Chicago. The interview was over. I asked him for a copy of the DVD. He said, I can't give you the DVD because I need this. I said, no problem. Send me a copy later. At the last minute, he changes his mind. If he doesn't, we might not be here today. He gives me the DVD, right? 6 weeks later, I speak at the National Black Theater in Harlem for the first time. So now it's New York, Harlem. I spoke in New York before, but it was private and only for the Garvey movement. This was for everybody. So I get to Harlem. I got copies of the Chicago interview. I give them out. My New York lecture was entitled Post-Traumatic Slavery Disease Part 4, Miseducation of the 21st Century Negro. It's on YouTube. So anyhow, after I do the lecture in Harlem, 125th and 5th, give out the Chicago interview, I lie to you not. Within 48 hours, my phone started ringing with area codes I'd never seen in my life, up until October 30th, because the Chicago interview was September 18th, 2010. The New York lecture was October 30, 2010, 6 weeks later. Prior to that, the only area codes I saw on my phone was Pennsylvania, 610, 215, 484, right? Within 48 hours after Harlem, bro, after giving out that Chicago interview in Harlem, my phone started ringing. It ain't stopped in 14 years. I started seeing area codes I never saw. First, it was America, right? My first call to come to Dallas came right after that. Like, yo, we want you to the Doc bookstore. You feel me? That's the first place I came in Dallas. And then California came. Then there was Texas and Alabama and Mississippi. And it was crazy. Now, mind you, at the time, I'm a whole school psychologist, but people keep calling on me to come speak. I'm like, shit, I got to test these kids, do these evaluations. I got IQ tests, achievement tests, emotional assessment. I had to make a decision. You either got to pull back on your public speaking and keep doing your professional work, or pull back on the professional work to travel. Now, mind you, being a psychologist, you get paid good money. I gave the money up for the movement.
Come on.
You feel me? And I don't regret it because it allows that I've changed in the process. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But here's the point I want to make. When those ancestors came to me in Goree Island in Senegal in 2005, I believe that is what set up what happened in 2010 with Chicago and Harlem.
Oh, yeah.
In other words, what I'm doing right now was birthed in that slave dungeon in West Africa.
You know that, man. Hey, man. You know that sounds like a Black Panther, the Purple Orb. Ancestral
I'm working on
plane.
the comic book of it though.
Oh yeah, you got to. You got to. And here I thought, you got like done by a white girl in third grade or something.
Ooh, no.
Yeah, no. There's
no bunnies.
Yeah.
Black queens forever, snow bunnies never.
Yeah, I thought it was a traumatic moment that happened back in the. So okay, so. Man, that's amazing. So let's start with this, and we're gonna be jumping all over the place. But they always say for the Black American, the African American who's born in America, won't you go?
Bamboo HR is easy for everyone, especially HR. It saves them time and money by consolidating tools. Executives love how easy it is to...
What's going down, man? It's your boy down in Houston tapping in. I want to tell y'all about Miss Mary's Really Though Pie, man. If you know about Really Though, you know that's a Mr. 32 saying. So it's only right that his mom, Miss Mary, take that name and start this new pie business that she got going on, man. I want to tell you about these pies, man. Listen, you can't find these pies anywhere in the store. This is a one-of-a-kind recipe. This is gold. This goes all the way back to the family in Louisiana. The dough, listen, you've never had anything this amazing.
I was like in the 70s, pimping in the 70s.
Pimping in the 70s was fun, man. It was exciting, man. It's what everybody really wanted to do. And the reason I say that, everybody couldn't do it, but I say that because the working man used to paint and cap his car. You'd think he's a pimp and he down at the steel mill all week, but he had the money to buy a Cadillac. You know
I ain't
mean?
even play that shit. I got up off of it.
People would put the white walls on their cars, and like I said, it was a good time, man. We always had some killing, some fighting, but not like it is today. I mean, we used to get along, man. I mean, blacks was a little bit more in love with their blackness, you know what I mean? And you know, like I was telling the guys, the old people used to be able to walk the streets. We didn't allow folks messing with them. The kids was able to play in the park and the schoolyard, and it wasn't all of this, you know what I mean, killing them and things like that. You know, we loved it one another, man. And then it was a good time because blacks had money in the 70s. Oh, man, everybody had a little money because dope dealers, the hustling was good, the pimping was good, the playing was good. It was going down. The blacks had businesses then. Every block was going down. House or shoe shop or shoe stand or some kind of entrepreneurship. Blacks had a lot going on in the 70s. And you know, it was fun. And then a lot of the girls was excited to be prostitutes, man.
Said they was
You'd
excited,
be so amazed at how it was. Because see, one thing, a guy that was a good pimp, he had girls, you know what I mean? I gotta just use myself because nobody like me, you know, that near perfect of the game. So guys had, I had girls and they dressed like me. And if I had diamonds, they had diamonds. I had a car, they had a car. I had a mink, they had a mink. You know, they was equal opportunity. I was making things happen. And it made other girls see this and wanted to be somebody. This was like they going to Playboy. You know what I mean? Bringing them in that kind of life, you know what I mean? They seeing other girls and able to live with other girls. I had as many as 7 women living in the same house. And that ain't an easy task. You know what I mean? It must be some discipline. And it can't always be disciplined with the hand. It has to be some strong vocal structure there. You know what I mean? Like, the girl, as much as she love you, she have to fear you just that much too. You know what I mean? You have to put that in her. You know, and what I mean by that, I think I told it on one of my testimony stories about, if you tell a prostitute you're gonna kill her, when it come time to prove that to her, you have to make it so real that she beg you to stop, daddy, before you kill her. Because one thing about it, if you tell her that, she gonna put you through the test. She gonna see if you will kill her. That's how it is in the game. And then it's like this too. I didn't have females get jealous and mad at me because I wouldn't hit them. She think if you don't hit her now, you don't like her, love her. Now you got to hit her to prove you love her. Bam! Daddy, you love me. That's how the game is. Seriously. You know what I mean?
That's how the game is.
I mean,
hey, subscribe to the channel if y'all ain't subscribed to the channel yet.
She wanted that.
Turn us up on the lights. Double tap the screen.
She would do
Come on.
Every day. If it'll get your attention, if it'll give you 5 extra minutes with her, she would do that. I would come home if I found the girls out of pocket fighting or something. I don't jump on them. I'll take them in the basement and tell them to fight. Now, if y'all really want to fight, fight it. Now, if they don't, now I'm mad. Because y'all was fighting, not fight. But see, you really didn't want to do that. You know what I mean? So don't be acting up. See, that's the thing. It's such a psychological game, too. You have to be really mentally fit. You know, because that's why I say even the old man's pimp, you know what I mean? It's a young man's game. You know? Older guys can get him smoothed out and everything. You know, he can play with the vocals. You know what I mean? And still win hard, you know what I mean? But it's really a young man game. If it's played right, it's definitely mentally, you know what I mean? And it's mentally as much as it is physically. You would rather pick up something that has to think of some of the things that these chicks have put you through. I mean, it's a task, man. And I'm telling you, a few pimps then went crazy. You know what I mean? Because of the game. You know what I mean? Because, see, one thing about it is, it's more than watching the girls. You gotta watch the stick-up man. You got to watch the police. You got to watch the car thief. You know, and you definitely gotta watch your woman.
Hey,
you know, you sleep
boy
at
got
night. I
that
used to
strip
tell
club,
them,
man. It's
I
going
couldn't
down.
sleep with one eye open, cause the chicks come in or the police kick the door. I didn't know what might happen. She can come in, snap that night. So you could never really sleep. You had to always, like the song, you got to always be on your P's and Q's. Somebody always trying to play on the player. Always, you know what I mean? So you have to be alert, you know what I mean? You're dealing with boosters, you buying clothes for your chick. I mean, you deal with the police. Some you might have to give paper to, and some you might have to duck them, stay out their way. I remember the police told me up on the north side, you know, I had the stroll locked down. I had some bad prostitutes, young, fine, and tender charm. You did? And so look, police pulled me over, he said, Dad, I need you to give something for your girls. I know your girls around there, I know who they is and everything. Well, anyway, it wasn't hard to know my girls because they had a trademark, you know what I mean? They kept their private part gold. You know, different tricks used to come up there and say, I want the girl with the gold hair, you know what I mean? So they would, you know, so they had their own thing. So he said, man, I'll watch out for your girl if you pay me. I said, well, sound nice.
Subscribe to the channel if y'all ain't subscribed to the channel yet.
You know what I mean?
Double tap the screen to hit the like button.
I told my chicks, stay out their way. You did? Stay out the way. Y'all know how to dodge and aim, stay out their way. And then my chicks were so down, we used to go to work in 50 below zero and knee deep of snow. And not one time would they say to me, Daddy, it's cold outside. Never. And this Chicago, you know what they would say? Daddy, it's Irish. And I know what that means. That's how we, you know what I mean? We wouldn't be on that negativity stuff. Never heard my girl say, it's cold outside, I can't go and everything. You know what I mean? You wearing a miniskirt with some pantyhose on the fish with a split in the middle.
Man,
you know
come
what I mean?
on, dog.
So they never really talk about coldness. And I say, if you talk about you cold or something, you supposed to stay in a trick car anyway. Keep dating. You won't get cold. Catch. Or I said, well, when the car pull off, catch that little heat that comes from the pipe, the tailpipe. You know what I mean? You have to educate them. You know, you have to
nigga say shit,
make
stay in
them
the trick car and if it's cold,
mentally fit.
Make them spend that money.
You know what I mean? I turned out a chick and drove around the corner and she up there crying like a dog. I said, what you crying for? She said, I don't know, Daddy. You know what I mean? It's an amazing game, but if you play it right, it's great dividends, great returns, great rewards. You know, your female bring home all kind of things, guns, drugs, money, you know, all kind of things, you know, tricks again, many things. And they search cars while they dating, they be dating and searching at the same time, professionals. You know what I mean?
And I say professionals.
And what I mean is that, you know, you got flatback prostitutes, all they do is nail. You know, they don't steal. I had them thieves that nail and steal. You know what I mean? They were gonna bring home a roulette. You know what I mean? In the game, pimps accumulate wealth from all kind of things, Super Bowl rings and, you know what I mean, roulette watches and, you know what I mean, women bring home all kinds of things when they dedicated to the gang and they man, you know. They get first count on it, so you never know what really happened. You know, chick give you 10,000, it might have been 12, 13 or more. You hope if she did something like that, that she'll give you that later, you know what I mean? But you never know, because they get the first count on it. You got to be so dominated and, you know what I mean, put it in her heart that she'll know it's best not to take daddy money and bring it all home, you know what I mean? But you know, just like slick pimps, you got some slick prostitutes too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, if they knock 20,000, they may give you 10, hold on to 10 and give you 5, just so they don't have to work hard, but they real. You know, I could tell you a story about one of my prostitutes. They definitely know they got to have their money before they come home, you know what I mean? And they was locked up, and she took the money from another prostitute. And that ain't how the gang go, but I didn't know nothing about it. You know, she don't care what she had to do to get her daddy money, and I liked her for that. But you know, I'm faithful to the gang. You gotta do according to the rules of the game. So the pimp came to me because he knew me, you know, and said, you know, Don Juan, you know, your woman took my woman money, you know, in the bullpen, you know what I mean? I said, what? And I ain't know nothing about that, man. That ain't how the gang go and stuff like that. Maybe some other pimp wouldn't have listened to him. Don't worry about it. You know what I mean? But I asked the chick about it, and she said, yeah, and I checked her for it and got I think it was 500, and gave it back to the guy. You know, I said, man, I apologize for the chick. She don't know, but she's out to get her daddy's money, you know, by any means possible. You know what I mean? So I can't fault her, but I had to check her because that ain't the right way. You know what I mean? But I know you were doing it to give it to me. So that was a blessing to know that. But it don't go like that. And that very same guy, when I knocked a bad chick from a friend of his that he knows, he gave a guy the gun to shoot me. That same player. So you know the gang is amazing. It's fantastic, good to play, but you just got to understand it. You know what I mean? But
So
it's jealousy from afar. And you know, just like I said, players be in competition with me, I don't know nothing about it, and I be winning, man. Cause see, I'm steady moving and grooving. You know what I mean, and steady doing my thing. If I don't be sick, I'm feeling like I'm 16, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But when I'm sick, I'm laid down. But when I'm feeling good and everything, man, that's like the fountain of youth. You know, I'm on it, you know what I mean? I ain't had no shortage of nothing, definitely no female, you know what I mean? And now I'm very cautious, I'm very discreet, so it's hard for a chick to try to lock in with me now. She got to really be fully qualified, man, because I still expect respect. And I expect women to, you know what I mean, to be women. Them prostitutes was housewives. They gonna wash, they gonna clean, they gonna go to the hospital, they gonna do the dishes, they gonna do all things that women do.
Nah, man, he been in the game since the goddamn 70s, man. He on that cocaine.
To be a woman also.
Yeah, that nigga on that cocaine. He on that white girl.
Throw it everywhere.
My bad. He on that white girl.
They clean and the house is respectable. I teach that in the dope. I don't care how you live at your mama house or another nigga or wherever you were. Right here, we do things right way. Yeah, you gonna go to the grocery store and buy the groceries. Yeah, you cooking dinner. You're doing all these things. You know what I mean? We buy dinner, we go out, we do all that too. But you have to learn to be a woman.
Yeah.
You can't be a serious prostitute as a leg girl. You have to endure certain things, so certain things you must know from a good pimp in advance. So that way you'll know you ain't got to test the water. Daddy told you it's hot. Believe that. You did? Yeah, man. But these guys, you know, They're making deals with the girls, you know what I mean? They compromise them. See, and truly in the pimp game, you know what I mean? Like a story like this, it ain't no compromising. It's one way. It's either the pimp way or no way. You dig? If you got a better way, you make it work on the stroll. You don't come and try to share it to me to change my opinion. Show me in proof that it can go down. Don't dad, I know how way we can do. You go do that, because I'm giving the instruction. And a chick that without instruction will run into destruction. And I always tell female, and those that really know, they understand it. Female are prone to be told what to do. If a female don't be told what to do, she don't know nothing to do. Because from day one, her mother and father tell her what to do. Her brothers tell her what to do. She get married, her husband tell her what to do. She go to work, the people at the job tell her what to do. A female is used to being told what to do. When you don't tell them, then they fall apart. Yeah, I'm telling you. You know, you see females say they don't need a man, but that is not true. As a man would say he don't need a woman, that is not true. You're not gonna make it like that. You can survive, but you're gonna always feel like a percentage missing. You know what I mean? I mean, you can get to where, you know, you just don't care, but I'm saying, in reality, woman made for man. You know, they can mix it up with all this stuff that they try, but you can't never beat the originality. They can have a million men married, a million women married, but they ain't gonna beat the
no
originality.
bullshit.
They gonna still be man and woman.
No bullshit.
Can't get around truth.
Yeah.
You know, it's something that wish they can make the whole world like that, but you can't. It's just like we wish we could make everybody Christian, but you can't. And the thing that I hate about it, you would talk all this and build up all these lesbian, the homosexual and everything, and don't never get a pimp no credit. You check, they're always trying to make a man look small. Nowadays, they always got to have a stud broad in there taking the man's place. Now the movie that Kiki Palmer did, Pimp. Let a man would have did that and had the young white girl and told her to go in there to do it, they'd have been boycotting that movies. They'd have been saying all kind of things. Talking about these white girls, 16 years old, go in there and turn them on, and the way that they would, the part she played, that it'd have been a man. They'd have been on some trouble about it now. Because of how strong it was too, but they took a woman to do that. It can't be. Woman's not prone to be pimp. They not no pimp. Women from day one, back in the days, acknowledge that we're madams. You know, you can't be.
The Shark Tank. No jumper. Sharpest, coolest podcast in the world. And today, I'm about to show niggas what a real living legend look like. Because motherfuckers always talk about a legend, but you know, you can't be a legend if you don't got legacy. That's right. I got Pimping Ken in the building here today, ladies and gentlemen. And we about to get ready to kick it off right, man. We gonna kick the game for what we know it as. You dig what I'm saying? So I really with you, Church. I do, man. I've always respected the game you've given. Even, and I'm not even talking about some of the tracks that you've been on, because you've had the opportunities of working with
Bishop Down one.
Yeah. And even
they even had Sharp out here acting like he was a pimp.
Just people just to know.
Just to give people a few, I started off with Jermaine Dupri, 50 Cent, Too Short, E40, Ice-T, Big Daddy Kane, man, the Young Bloods, Pastor Troy, you know, man, so many albums. See, now you got me on the spot.
Come on.
Work with Outkast, work with Lil Flip,
I laugh at that nigga song. That shit be funny like a motherfucker.
Did a solo joint with Bun B and Jay Prince over there, rap a lot. I did, man, so many. Baby Jew, Cuckoo Cow, Big Hank, you know what I'm saying, me, Supreme the Great, Richie Rich, you know what I'm saying, did something with Candy, I did something with her album recently. I'm on Brick by Brick album with my man Cash. So you know what I'm saying, I did a lot of records.
I just wanted to give, the viewers a little rundown so they can know, man, we not sitting here and this no sucker, man. It's a real one. It's somebody that I know that have came from the game. Mm-hmm. You dig? Mm-hmm. Man, I was hoping to see you, man, honestly, at
Kenny Red's,
you know what I'm saying, rest in peace, Kenny Red. I was hoping to see you there, man, at the funeral.
I got an excuse. They booked the whole entire hip-hop fraternity for the BET experience. So we was doing show day after day after day, and they gave us a bag. So, you know what I mean? It was either I forfeit the bag and forfeit their money, or I go ahead and attend the BET Awards. So we had to do the BET Awards.
Yeah, Suck be trying to get his shit out.
I think I called
he be wanting to get his shit out too.
I said, when is Kenny Red film was going to be? Because I was hoping that it'd be before we had left. Because we were just here for the Emmy Awards. Richie Rich had performed at the pre-Emmy Awards, so we was trying to...
that nigga been trying to get his shit off, man.
You know that nigga from? Where you know that nigga from?
Grin on his face. I actually interviewed him a while back.
Is he official like a referee whistle?
Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right. I give him that. Yeah, I just be wanting him to go harder. That's all. Because, I feel like when you tell a motherfucker, like, you're great, you're excellent, you're amazing, they get stuck there.
Yeah.
You tell a motherfucker they all right. There's room for improvement, right? Come on, church. I'm just leaving his room for improvement.
Yeah, man. He got the match for his right. No passion, man. You dig what I'm saying? Hey, Richie, you heard it, man. Yeah, man. Hey, man, take your feet off these folks' neck, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm just telling
man. Hey, I'm just telling them what it is, man. Not just what it needs to look like.
It is what it is and not what it is, man.
Yeah. So, talk to me, kid. Let's dive into it, shall we? Because I just wanted that introduction so for people so they can know, man, like you were a man that came from the game, and just being even successful, just even being in the music game, man, like you went.
Look, them niggas got pounds sitting on the floor. Check them out. They got pounds sitting on the floor, nigga.
Even be able to turn in, your whistles and all that type of shit, your whistles and your ism and all that.
They got pounds sitting on the floor, nigga.
You know what I'm saying? So that gotta be one hell of a transition, but we gonna dive into that.
You got them there fucked up.
Where did you grow up, man? Where are you from?
Well, man, I was born in Chicago, Cook County Hospital, you know what I'm saying? 4759 South Federal, that's the Robert Taylor Project, you know what I'm saying? Grew up there. You know what I'm saying? Got in some trouble, you know what I mean? Called attempted murder when I was 14, the youngest dude ever to be in the Cook County jail. Me and my brother, you know what I'm saying? We had the murder case, the attempted murder case, we beat that. And then we went to Milwaukee, got to Milwaukee, called a feds case, tried to cash a check with my name on, I was slow. I was slow motion like the bottom of the ocean, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, they say Miss Pimping, man. I was mischecking, man. I was check cashing around this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Right. So that shit happened, man. Then, that's when I started fucking with niggas and shit. My daddy was a player, my daddy had hoes and shit, you know what I'm saying? He was a crap shooter, he was a player, straight up out of Oxford, Mississippi. My uncles was players, so I grew up every inch of my life in the game. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even when we was in Chicago, my father used to put his dice in our Monopoly game, but they was trick dice. And he used to break the niggas. He said, boy, go get your Monopoly game. And we knew it was trick dice, and he was trimming them. So by the time I was 10 years old, I knew how to shoot crooked dice. I know how to pad roll, you know what I'm saying? I know how to deal seconds in cards, you know what I'm saying? I was a card shop, you know what I mean? I know how to shoot pool. I got some old pictures of me when I was a kid. I know how to shoot pool when I was 7. So my father raised us up in the game. So by the time... As hustlers. So by the time I got, to the county jail, even though I was 14, I was sharp as a butcher's knife. You know what I'm saying? I was the sharpest pencil in the pencil sharpener. So, niggas was like, they was respecting the game.
What's the deal, G? What's the deal? What's going down?
They didn't try to beat us. They didn't try to extort us. We made it through that motherfucker through the grace of the Lord. You know what I mean? And that's the roughest jail at the time in the world. But, we were just such young players, and then that's when I realized, man, I was special, you know what I mean? And then, I kept going to jail, because, I was a hustler, you know what I'm saying? If I really got broke, you had to get on the bitches, right? But the funny thing about it, though, Sean, was my partner, man, me and him, the nigga that I used to steal, we used to rob jewelry stores and banks together. This nigga get his first bitch, right? He had 3 bitches.
Getting to the bag already, G, already. Already.
Let me have one of them bitches. He said, which one you want? I said, I want the one that's light bright with the pussy candy stripe. You know what I'm saying? he said, man, that's your bitch, man. And, you know, basically, you know what I'm saying, that's how I got into the game.
Yeah.
But I always tell people, I never wanted to be a pimp. I was raised as a hustler. You know what I'm saying? And a gangster. You know what I'm saying? That's all I do. You know what I'm saying? Coming up as gangster and hustler. But what happened was, when I finally got in the bitch, I put the hustle and the gangster in the bitch. You know how gangster want his money, nigga lay down and get out?
Yeah.
Well, that's how I work my hoes, bitch. Lay down and get down. You know what I mean? I put that ism in the bitch, you know what I'm saying? As much hustle as I had in me, the bitch had in her. As much gangsters I had in me, the bitch had in her. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, you know, them bitches got them big bags and shit. That's why, you know, I was the nigga riding around, Kenny Red, all the niggas know, all of them, everybody, International Blue, Jap, all the niggas tell you, I'm a nigga riding around, you know, with the, you know, the $100,000 Rolexes and shit, you know what I'm saying? The Versace, so all my shit was custom. You know, I used to model for Murray, you know that, did you?
Yeah, no, I actually heard about that, man. You was actually in the magazines, like every day actually had your name. It's stamped
inside the shoe, yeah. So, you know, I mean, I was doing that, man, in the pimping.
Yeah.
That's how much money I was spending on shoes, man. Shop. When I tell you I was spending $1,000 2 or 3 times a day, I used to have my shoes made specifically in Italy with my name in them, 2-tone shoes and pimp some hoes down, 3-tone. That's the first time they ever did a 3-tone. They did it for Pimping Ken. A year later, they telling me they want me to model for them. You know what I'm saying? So we get the deal. You know what I'm saying? They gave me a Michael Jordan deal. I said, I ain't Michael Jordan. I'm Michael Jordan. I'm 2, 3 of the P. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? I'm feeling like Mac. You know what I'm saying? Mike, no, but I was Mac. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know what I'm saying? That happened. Then everybody else started giving me the NBA. A lot of niggas don't know NBA gave me deals. I used to do shit with the NBA and, man, all these companies, man, they just love the pimping, man. You know what I'm saying? So coming from
a nigga said they just
that
love the
lifestyle
pimping, man,
into the game, it was just my hustle. So every time I got a bitch, I taught the bitch how to hustle. So my bitches didn't sell pussy, they sold pussyality. You know what I'm saying? So my bitches might never turn a date, but they was breaking the shit out the tricks, you know what I'm saying? I mean, niggas was like, how you doing it? But I was giving the bitches the game that I had. So every inch of game I had, the bitch got every inch of game from me. And you know what I'm saying? That's why my hoes, if you look at Pimps Up, Hoes Down, you see my bitches got the minks on and the diamonds on. All the mother hoes look like they living on 3 cans in the 40 ounce.
Yeah, talk about that shit, man. Yeah. I done seen a few of those, man.
I call them regular ass, man. I'm like, I ain't fucking with no RN, man. I ain't fucking with no regular nigga, man. My bitch gotta be, you know what I'm saying, be dressed in press. The bitch gotta look like she stepped out of Look magazine, man. The bitch gotta be so fine. Her mama gotta have triplets, man. You know what I'm saying? That's how my hoes look, man. I ain't fucking with no ugly bitch, man. No disrespect to you ugly bitches, but you can't give me enough money. And then at one time I was all white. I was mighty white. I was all about the funky hunky, the Caucasian with the persuasion. You know what I'm saying? I put a black bitch in my car one day, sharp in the motherfucker oil light came on. Get this bitch up right here. It's too dark up in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? That's what Pimp C like when I talk about the black bitch. I said, nigga, he said, why you like the white bitch? I said, I got black on my back. I need some white in my motherfucking life. Give me the white bitch, man. Whitney White, man. You know what I'm saying? Give me Whitney White, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but they hate me for that shit. The black bitches, they be throwing motherfucking dots at me and shit when they see me and shit. I got dots, black bitches and shit. They mad at me. Cause they said, you pro-white hoes. The Kanye West said, white lives matter. Yeah. I ain't finna say white hoes life matter, man. I can't go with like Kanye, but I get one thing, though. That whole money, that white hoe money, way bigger than that black hoe money, man. I'm telling you, man. Because, you know, a white bitch will let you pimp, a black bitch gonna make you pimp, man. For real.
Man, for real. And I think that be the difference. And see, that's gonna go a lot on all these squares heads, man. Just even a lot of it that you said. They be like, man, I couldn't really understand it. But see, people gotta understand something.
Shut your whole ass up. You hear this nigga?
Stand on this. It was
you hear this nigga?
It was a way that we
lame ass nigga.
We wanted things like the doctors, the lawyers, the motherfuckers that you see, the politicians, they having it too. You know, why can't we have it? We just figured it out, man. We know what was worth.
Hey, Sharp, it's crazy because I said hope or blow up.
Yeah.
Nigga said, what that mean? Bitch, get my money, get the fuck away from me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't need to let the welfare feed it. What that mean? If the bitch ain't paying, I ain't playing. These were just metaphors. The nigga thought we was talking slick and rhyming. I said, don't make no mistakes fucking Frosted Flakes. What is a Frosted Flake nigga? He's a sugar-coated ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? His game is sugar-coated. So a lot of things that we say, people think we were rhyming, but that was the way our life was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I tell a bitch, you know what I'm saying? Hey, bitch, you know what I'm saying? Work until that pussy hole squirt. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, work hard. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the things that we say.
It's a lingo.
Yeah, so they don't understand. The squares never understand. That's why the brother said, don't never put a square in a circle. You know what I'm saying? Because it won't fit. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times, man, you know, I didn't fuck with squares. You know what I'm saying? So since 2000 to now, I done fuck with more squares than, I think there's 1 billion squares on this motherfucker, about 7 billion squares.
Right.
I done fuck with about 6 billion of them.
Right.
I'm talking about how many squares I done fuck
How
with.
was that transition for you, honestly?
Boy, that nigga get took down the first day.
But you know, I went from telling them to back up off me like the old
Yeah,
days to spin
that
up off me
nigga
like
get
the
took
barcade,
down.
to
Yeah.
fucking with them, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then I
Trust
found out
and
the
believe
squares
that.
had more fun. Then when the squares started giving me $250,000 for book deals, the squares started paying me. I said, shit, man, let me go from the ghetto streets to the X streets, from the ghetto blocks to the Wall Street style, from the motherfucking sewer to the entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Let me spend that on these folks, man. You know what I'm saying? I got to get my bank, man.
Cause I know some of them boys, when they coming, man, they dumping. Yeah, I know them boys that when they coming, they dumping. You know what I'm telling you? They gonna make you give it up. You know what I'm telling you?
Hey, but look, Sharp, I tell these all the time, man. I said, squares have more fun. They said, why you say? I said, look at Bill Gates. Look at Jeff Bezos. Look at Oprah Winfrey. Look at Michael Jordan.
Oprah Winfrey.
Oprah Winfrey.
Michael
Squares have more
Jordan,
fun. These motherfuckers, man, they living in houses that we trying to sell a bitch the dream to. Hey, bitch, you buy this, man, and the bitch walking down, she driving down Rodale Drive. Nigga, you ain't pimping like Oprah, nigga. You ain't pimping like Michael, nigga. You pimping the slimming, nigga. Hey, man, these niggas better get their shit together, man. They better change, man. That's why I formed the Hip Hop Fraternity Candy. That's one of my artists, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm you know, I mean, what I used to, you know what I'm saying, you know, try to turn them out. Now I'm trying to turn them on, man. I went from raising their skirts to raising their thoughts. You
That's because you elevated
positive,
your game,
positive,
though.
man.
But you have to understand that takes time. You have to really know how to elevate your game. You have to want more. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to be. I always say, man, and people need to know, like, even in the game that we played, man, like, you're gonna outgrow it if you're smart. If you're getting bigger, that shit is gonna start looking small. You know what I'm saying? If you're really getting bigger, if you're really making other money moves.
I love you, nephew, but here's the way I look at it, right?
Talk to me.
When I was young,
Yeah.
I used to be in the valley, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I used to be in the valley, I used to be looking up at the mountain. Once I climbed the mountain, I started looking at the valley. Everything that I used to look at the mountain looked as big. When I got down to the top of the mountain, all that shit looked as small.
Look small.
So niggas be like, hey, niggas
bring
like,
it to them.
Man, they be like, Ken, woo, woo, woo. I be like, no. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, niggas be asking me to do certain things, man. I be like, man, listen, man, you heard me on the album. You know what I'm saying? When I was in my 30s.
Mm-hmm.
I said, man, I'm way removed from my 30s. I'm a lot older than I was, but you looking at me as the nigga you seen on that album. So when you read me, you're like, yeah, what's up? You know, you wanted me to pop the pimping at you. But when I started telling you about NFTs and blockchain, I tell you about, you know, NFCs and ASCAP and BMI, you think, oh, the OG that went square. No, man, but I'm trying to tell you, man, that is more fun up here on the mountain than it is in the valley.
Right.
I'm on the mountain now. I'm looking down, and that shit, we've been doing all that shit is small, man.
I don't know why people think. I don't know why people think that. And this terminology has been around.
Been pre-approved for a loan, but first I have to pay.
Subscribe to the channel if you ain't subscribed to the channel. Double tap the screen and hit the like button. Double tap the screen and hit the goddamn like button. Subscribe to the channel. Turn us up.
Before I even knew what the game, because I used to wear t-shirts of it, never even knew what it meant. There was a t-shirt that was out that said, "Pimping ain't easy. XXL for real." And I never knew, man, because I've had to bite. That shit smacked every bit of them words in my face throughout my life. You know what I'm saying? Pimping is not easy, man. But they always say somebody got to do it.
But
you know,
he can't even control his wife.
Can't even control his wife.
Try to control 16 bitches
but
like I did.
You know what's so cold, though? People always, I have to correct you on that, though, OG, because people
say,
always think that, you know, oh, there it is, you're controlling them. Oh, man, them bitches
He say
be
try to
wanting
control
be controlled.
16 bitches like I did.
Man. And so I don't want them to ever get that part misconstrued, you know?
They'll tell you, I just said, Richie Rich, I just said that on the interview yesterday. I
Got
told him, I said, yeah, man.
Nigga.
I said 90% of the bitches
I ain't had a bunch of hoes,
nigga.
nigga.
I got
shit, I didn't have a bunch of them. I'm talking about at the same time.
You know what
I'm talking about really getting down. I'm talking about really putting that money in daddy's hand for real, for real. Yeah, show your love, pimping this goddamn, you know what I'm saying? Really official, like a motherfucker.
Sit down with them and you talk to them.
Referee wrestle, bitch.
You'll hear their stories. They'll tell you like, yeah, you know, a nigga that don't do nothing, man, I'ma run all over him. I need a nigga that know how to make a move. I need a nigga that know how to control the situation, know how to control the atmosphere. Because if he don't, I'm running all over his ass. And they'll tell you firsthand, if you really just sit back and listen to them, they gonna tell you.
The best advice a hoe ever gave me.
Suck don't know, man. Them niggas will run up on it. You have about 6 niggas with ARs and choppers at your motherfucking ass, dumping at your goddamn man.
And always make sure.
Yeah, you gonna give it up, goddamn.
A photographic memory of what they were saying. Yeah. And if they say they like Louis, if they say they like Gucci,
you got
whatever,
6 niggas running up on you, nigga, with ARs and choppers.
You know
Nigga, you not even reaching for your shit.
Man, daddy,
your shit ain't gonna do no damage.
But you know what I always listen to? What she didn't want.
Right.
And that didn't want.
And them niggas already dumping at you, letting you know they ain't bullshit. And these niggas already dumping at you, letting you know they not playing.
And that does go like that, right? But I listen to what the bitch don't want. And when I'm listening to what she don't want,
you done jumped out the car and left all the money.
But you know I might need to remove myself out the equation, man. I'm a ninja and I'm gone.
And them niggas tell you to lay it down, nigga. Lay it down. Then they come to get all the jewelry up off for you.
Pimping know what they do and they don't want.
Man.
Pimping is a full scale circle.
Yeah, I know how to, hey, just the way I pimp myself into a situation, I know how to pimp myself out.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? And if that's what it's gotta be, then damn it, that's what it's gotta be. You know who I'm talking to.
Yeah. But you know what? But you know what though? Hey, you know what? If you go through the history books and you ask the pimps about Kim and every bitch I had, I got 4 or 5 years out of each bitch. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's how good my pimping was. I knew what they want and what they didn't.
Well, let's be real. Let's be real, church. It's not like it is in 2022.
No,
like back then, when a bitch, let's tell the truth now, when a bitch chose back then, she stayed.
Mm-hmm.
Bitches didn't just play choosy Susie. You know what I'm saying? I mean, unless a nigga died or something like that, and then she might have went and made a move. But man, when bitches did choose back in the day, man, like bitches did stay with a man for 5, 10 years, 15 years. You know, it was just over the years, the time span has gotten shorter.
The game changed.
Hell, marriages have gotten shorter. Let's really think about it. Who you see walking around, man, that's married for 40, 50 years anymore.
Hey,
you don't really see that shit no more, so we gonna keep that shit a band. You know, I mean, the times have changed with all that shit, just within relationship, period. Situationship, relationship, shit, doesn't fucking matter what it is, sink ship. It don't matter. What it is now today is, man, shit's starting to fall more minute. It's getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Hell, man, people eating shit out of microwaves. Let's really think about it. Nobody's taking the time for anything anymore. Not even to cook.
Hey,
so,
but the last bitch I had that I got off the track, the bitch started crip walking. I said it's time for me to get the fuck up out the game.
Ugly.
I said this
is getting hairy.
And the bitch, I said, oh shit, let me get away with this bitch, man. Bitch, I called my cousins on you. I said, okay, bitch, I'm out of here, bitch. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't seen a bitch since. I ain't got a picture of a hoe, man. Hey, man, listen, man. Hey, man, I ain't pimped so long, man. Hey, I got Bubba King Tuck dust on me. I got Mummy dust on me. Wipe this shit
I'm retired, man. But you know, the mind frame is still, it's not rusty.
I'm there, and
I think what it is now I understand it better than I ever
I'm retired.
I got to see both sides of the coin now of what people really do.
I'm retired.
Look at this right here, man. This bitch don't argue. She don't fight. She ain't never chose up. Oh yeah, this pimpology, man. This is the classic. Every nigga in the penitentiary that read this motherfucker, I guarantee you. You know what I'm saying, man? And you know, they gave me $250,000 to write this book, and I own 100% of the audio. So when I'm gone out this way, my son Supreme and his son, my grandbaby Supreme, they'll be still receiving royalties for this book. That's pimping, man. I talk about this book, I say, man, you know, in every situation there's a pimp and a hoe. The object is to be the pimp in the situation. I don't give a fuck what it is. You just want to be the one that's pimping. So when you go in there and you talk to companies like this, CBS, and, you know, you go in there and you can get this big bang from a man, that's the game, man. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I tell my artists all the time, man, at the hip-hop fraternity, man, listen, man, whenever you go in the booth, man, you're an entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? That's all pimps is. We entrepreneurs. You know what I'm saying? We just got to have something to preneur. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm preneuring. You know what I'm saying? I'm preneuring this book. You know what I'm saying? Then I just put out Ice-T book. How many niggas can say that Ice-T signed to Pimpin' Ken can? How many can say that Boosie signed to him, Pimpin' Ken can? So you understand me? I go in there, I get these niggas 6 figures, big old, you know, $1 million worth of deals, man, and then...
Let's back up. What's your relationships with Boosie?
Well, Boosie, I met him, my sons and all these companies, like, Dad, this dude named Boosie rapping about you. He used to be rapping about me on all these songs and shit, and I'm gonna go to Milwaukee like Pimpin' Ken, and I was like, you know, who the fuck is this nigga? You know what I'm saying? Then me and Pimp C get cool. So I'm in the motherfucking studio with Pimp C, and I see this little nigga named Boosie. So the thing was, my kids had already told me that he was rapping about me. You know what I'm saying? Just, I guess because
so the kids was telling you.
My children, yeah, my children. You know what I'm saying? They around, you know, a little close to Boosie, eh? So, you know,
I fuck with you, man. I like how you did that. You just old school. You with the shits, man. That's why.
So,
it's natural.
So Boosie, anyway, you understand, before he went to penitentiary, right? I'm in Baton Rouge at the casino. I forget the name of it. I won 20 bands. I said, damn. I said, nigga, Boosie, you know what I'm saying? Let me call that nigga. So I called him, and he came, called me over to his mansion, and we did our first song together. And ever since then, man, we've been cool. The nigga came to Milwaukee, man. It was 5 below zero. I gave the nigga a mean coat. I went to my trunk, gave him a mean coat. He went in his pocket, gave me a wad 100, man, probably about 4,000 or 5,000. He didn't even have to give it to me. So, you know what I mean? We've been cool. And then, so, you know, me and my partner Steve, you know, we helped him, you know, with the liquor deal. We helped him with the potato chip deal. So we help niggas get potato chip deals, cologne deals. We do book deals. So what I do is I teach these young niggas how to pimp the corporations. It's called equity partnerships. You know, how to get partnership and how to get interest in these companies. And then as you begin to develop and build these companies, as you build in this shark tank, you know what I'm saying, and it begins to scale, become bigger, then they'll be able to get money from shit that they helped create and help build. So, you know what I'm saying, that's what we did with Boosie, you know what I'm saying, and you know, we got the relationships with corporate America, because a lot of people don't know when I was in the penitentiary, I had 122 college credits, so I'm a real avid reader. I read a lot. So, you know what I'm saying, you know, I got a lot of wisdom and knowledge.
What's your favorite genre of book? Mine's Westerns. I'll start it off. I like Westerns. I like a lot of Westerns.
Well, I like, you know, 48 Laws of Power, Vince Machiavelli, The Art of War. You know, I'm a thinker. That's why I wrote the book, The Art of Human Chess. Because, you know, my daddy taught me finesse. Like, one of the things my daddy used to do, you're going to get a kick out of this. He used to take me to the pool hall with him. And we'd get to the pool hall, and my daddy would lose money. And he would watch me. He said, watch this, son. He'd lose like 400 or 500. Then my father, he had this thing we called bet big on pay little. So he'd put like a bunch of singles on top, but under the bottom he had nothing but $100 bills, maybe 2,000 or 3,000. So he'd bet the guy that he beat him. The guy already beat him, fight, then Pops end up winning all the money. So my father taught me the game, con, bait, and switch. You know what I'm saying? So I learned that at an early age, but I applied that to corporate. I applied it to everything. You know what I'm saying? You got to be a thinker. You got to be thinking 10 steps ahead of the game, sharp. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be a reason why you're doing this show. Hopefully that this leads to other things for you. And that's how, you know what I'm saying, you know, I perceive life, and that's how, you know, this Boosie, because everybody was talking about Boosie book and Ice-T book, but nobody was talking about the hip-hop fraternity. You know what I'm saying? Nobody would talk about how we would be on Drink Champs and how we'd be on Sharp and promoting the book, and that'll give me an opportunity to promote other shit that I got going on. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just about Boosie, it's about the moves that you make with Boosie. So now, you understand me, here we is, you know, we got the biggest organization in the world, the hip-hop fraternity, and we got 3,000 members, and we've got a chapter here. We got 14 states. And it's coming from a nigga, they say, pimping. I told him at the last one, I said, when you say pimping,
break that shit down then, church, for size real quick, and let them know, man, how far it took their mind from the game, though, right? But you sucked it back in, but remember, I was a pimp, though, right?
Yeah, but
that's how you looked at me. But damn, you had probably everybody motherfucking sold for that shit. Like, whoa, okay.
You know,
I say best.
I say Pimpin' Ken, comma, author of the Pimpology, the 48 Laws. Pimpin' Ken, comma, literary agent. Pimpin' Ken, comma, artist. Pimpin' Ken, comma, you know what I'm saying, hip hop fraternity. Pimpin' Ken, comma, father. Pimpin' Ken, comma, my son is on that show. My son live right here with you, All American. That's my son, number 14.
You know what they expect of you, honestly?
They didn't know.
To not have a life. Pimps ain't supposed to have lives. Not supposed to have other visions. Not supposed to have other dreams. You're a low life.
Because them niggas told we gonna pimp or die. They said we gonna pimp or die.
That's how they look at it. It's like, man, you know, you're a low life. You don't really work for yours. You ain't do nothing, man. You took from that girl or you human trafficked that girl. No, man, that's something that they made up just to give more niggas years. I'm going to tell the game. They put that shit and that little jacket on there, and I ain't never said this, but I'm going to drop this jewel. They put that on there because they know it's a lot of black men that play in that game, and it's just an easier way to throw your ass away for some more years. It's easy. Oh, you playing in that? We ain't even really doing nothing, man. They giving niggas that's in the game fucking serial killer years. They letting that nigga out before you.
Cause ain't nobody gonna stand up for
him. I mean, they letting you, man, come on. They letting that man out before you. This man, child molester. He's all this. You get this nigga 3 years and he only got to register as a sex offender and be on paperwork for 4. Like, come on, homie. That shit's weird to me. I don't understand it. It's backwards, but I do get it. It's just another way to classify you to give your ass some more fucking years. That's all it is, just another way. They already done legalized the weed. You know what I'm saying? They look how fucking Biden just had to fucking he had just passed. I think it was something that just got passed that anybody that was ever convicted with a felony for like marijuana or anything like that is being dismissed. But they just passed that. Think about how many niggas done sat in jail.
Sharp, I talk about it in the book I sold you, The Art of Human Chess. I said America's 5% of the world's population, but 25% of the world's incarceration. Eligible black men is 7% eligible to go to the pension. Only 7% of us eligible to go to the pension, but we comprise 50% of the 51% of it incarceration.